Welcome to the Fan Club YouTube channel. Please make sure to subscribe, like this video, and comment down below.
Those of you who may not know this, we might be a slightly bit goofier this episode because we've had a long day. We actually just flew.
Why would anyone know that?
From New York City.
No one would know that.
Yeah, you said if you didn't know this, that doesn't make sense.
Well, that just proved my point that we had a long day. So, had a very long day.
What time did you get up?
Got up at 5.
You work out this morning?
No.
You do your push-ups?
Nothing. I haven't done anything.
What do you mean?
Anything for my body except
You always do your
didn't eat at the airport.
Remember your little goal of doing 100 push-ups right when you wake up every morning? You don't do that anymore, do you?
Doesn't get up early enough. Takes him too long.
I woke up this morning. I was lost.
Yeah, Will. Like me and Will
I almost
both
fell
woke
over.
up, and we're just sitting there like maybe there was like a thought, like imagine just a slow train just slowly moving. That was just one thought from when we were trying to do something when we were packing up.
If you could see our brains in that room, or how slow we looked, it looked like the sloth from Zootopia.
Yeah.
The DMV.
It's like when you wake up or when you don't get enough sleep, your head just hurt. Like my head just hurts, and I've been had a headache since this morning. And it's
Me too.
It's like this lack of sleep and screws you.
Lack of sleep and maybe probably some other issues too with that headache. But yeah,
It's a.
heck of a week.
It was a good week. Like I was in pain though this morning. I was just gonna mention that was a painful.
You were quiet.
It was painful, and that's
Yeah.
the worst. Sometimes you're tired, but sometimes you're actually so tired that it hurts.
Yeah.
And I was hurting, like in pain
Super.
until the airport.
I was wondering
That's
how
actually
he was doing because he was
Yeah.
quiet.
Wow.
Well, I gotta say, not often do me and because it was me, Cuddy, and Lawson in a room, and Lawson was the last guy out of bed this morning. Cuddy and I
Wow.
were up brushing our teeth, packed, everything, and Lawson was hungering in his bed still.
Austin stayed up late editing, though.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, I heard that sound over the Bluetooth
That was
speaker.
such a, you lied when you're.
No.
Okay, I think this guy behind the desk's a problem today.
Yeah, he kept calling. I don't know
We'll get
why
to that
he's
in a
using
minute.
the word Bluetooth speaker. I don't
It
have.
sounded like
have
he
a
was
Bluetooth.
editing on a Bluetooth speaker. That sound was
He
just
said that,
going
like-
over and over again.
Cuddy said it 3 times at 3 different occasions throughout the night. Like, "Hey, you're on Bluetooth again." To Lawson, it's like, "Hey, you're on Bluetooth again," because he's editing out loud.
It was so funny last night when Cuddy came to our room for a bit. Me and Will were just kind of talking about like how brutal the next day is going to be. And like, as we kept talking about it, I think he just heard enough finally. He was like, well, yeah, I actually better get going then.
He was looking to hang.
Yeah.
So he hopped, came back to the room, and then he literally laid in bed. And 3 seconds later, I look over and he's laying on his back and he's dead asleep. It's like a log.
He was humming the ocean TikTok sounds.
The North Atlantic.
Yeah.
That was my thought process this morning when I woke up. I was like, you know what? Guys out there could have it a lot worse than what I have it right now.
Yeah,
Yeah, I thought
that's a
those
great
guys,
attitude.
Those guys,
That
at,
is.
those
It's a
guys
great attitude.
at sea.
Imagine waking up at sea the
Oh,
way we were feeling
man.
this morning. We had it pretty good.
Yeah.
Could have been worse.
So yeah, heck of a 48 hours in New York. That's
Very
all it
good.
was. And it felt like we were there for a month.
Yeah.
Yesterday was about a 35-hour day. It was very odd.
I know, dude. It's getting so quick because we planned so much for so much preparation, and then it goes by like that. And then all of a sudden the whole day and the whole month's worth of stuff that you do for it is just done, and it flies by. But it was a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun.
A lot of fun. It's fun to, best part, we unlocked a new neighborhood where we stayed.
Mhm.
Always fun to stay in different neighborhoods in New York. What was this one called? The Bowery?
Bowery, yeah, Lower East Bowery, Little Italy area.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It's all
Quiet.
connected.
Very quiet. It was great. Hotel's cool. Those Moxies are weird. Hey, artsy.
Artsy, funky, vibey.
Pretty
We
cool.
we were laughing. I was sudden just see the wallpaper in the hotel had a bunch of just like weird images on it. So like each time I'd walk on the hallway, I'd find a new image and take a photo of it. And it was freaking Cuddy out because he couldn't find where I had these like photos I was taking. But yeah, it was very artsy. There was a 10-foot bear in the lobby
Yeah.
doing a hula hoop. But it was a nice hotel.
So what brought us to New York, Austin?
We decided to meet back up with our OG spring break team tour, the New York
Oh, yeah.
Islanders.
I was wondering where you're going with that, but yeah.
And so that's
Classic.
our third time with the Islanders. One of our favorite teams, great group of people to work with, and we decided to bring it to the next level and keep our little series going. So we did a little research about people in New York who we might be able to bring, who we think would be funny, who would work well with us. And I'm pretty sure Yelly was the one who found this number 1 draft pick. I don't
Yeah.
know how you found her, but
Well, we invited her to come on the podcast few months back. So like
Many
she was
moons
always
ago.
she was like in the back of my mind, just knowing that she's on the East Coast. And we had like a few other options, and it was pretty last minute when we came up with the idea to do this series out there. So, I mean, it's hard. It was pretty hard to find someone when you're trying to have them come to a game with us. That's like 2 weeks out from when you send a message. So, worked out. She was on college break, and just the timing aligned perfectly.
what was her name?
Oh,
Her
yeah.
name was I guess we haven't said the name. Her name is Maddie
I thought I missed
Schrader,
something.
but she goes by many other names outside of Maddie. She goes by Moobie, Jim. Those are the two notable ones from social media, and she's a Barstoolie.
You were calling her Moobinator.
Moobinator. Yeah, we were building
Moobs.
off the nicknames.
Shradesy.
What is she best known for, Wilford?
She is the Barstool intern last summer. And, yeah, I honestly did not, know much about her until you guys brought her up and that it was, official that we were talking to her and we're going to meet her. And upon looking her up for the first time, I didn't know what to expect, especially when, meeting her in person, too, compared to her videos. She is one of the funniest people I think that we've ever hung out with. She made me laugh, 10 plus times throughout the day.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah. No, I agree. Hilarious, great personality, and one of the things that we kind of connected the dots to after was just how once you have someone like that can hang out with their group too, and that we can have fun with, it makes the videos and the stuff that we get with them so much better, and then just the whole entire day for us is so much more enjoyable. So, I mean, props to Yelly to reaching out and officially locking in a great guest. But were you snapping? Little snaps.
Congrats.
Little snaps for Yelly. But that kind of sums up just why we were in New York and how we had a really eventful 48 hours there.
Mm-hmm. It was absolutely packed. From Little Italy to going to the ODR for the first time to the PW game, we maybe had 3 hours to chill, and that was planning time.
Yeah.
2 in the morning and 1 at night.
Uh-huh.
Those are basically our only 3 hours to do nothing.
Yeah.
Other than that, we were
Jammed up.
with Moobie and her friend or at the rink filming content. But let's talk a little bit about that park at UBS. Pretty cool idea.
Super nice.
It was unfortunate that I think the cold probably kept people away last night, and heard there was an accident on the way from Manhattan to Long Island, so a lot of people showed up late to the game.
Yeah.
But great idea, a little tailgate.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a really good incentive for fans to come out there early, opposed to just going right before the game starts.
Yeah.
'Cause that's as a kid, you look forward to going to games because it's a very uncommon thing to be doing across your year. You maybe go to a handful of games, if that. So you kind of want to make a full day out of it, and these tailgate ideas is a way to get people out there early.
Yeah, especially in a place like UBS Arena where it's not the easiest to get to for a lot of people, so may as well make it a full day, like you said. Do something before the game, get there a little bit earlier, and then you get to go in early to the game and enjoy it. But it's essentially like a full winter park. There's games you can play. There's 2 different skating rinks. There's food trucks, music going. The mascots are running around, and we got to kind of break it in and show it off.
And we got to skate on the ODR for the first time as a group this winter. Who would have thought it would be all the way out in New York to be the first time?
Yeah, crazy.
Now it's finally cold here, so.
It's also
skate
crazy that I was telling Yelly and Cuddy this when you guys were in the other Uber, but everything could have changed if that storm that they are talking about landed on that game day.
Monsoon?
Yeah, they said it was like raining sideways, and like they had to like cover the rink up, and everything we did for the first like 4 hours of one of the days would have just been totally wrecked.
Yeah.
But we lucked out, and we had a good day.
Good weather, man. Worked out. It's awesome.
I was really surprised.
Thanks,
like
Mother Nature.
Yeah.
that rink was in really good shape. I didn't know what to expect, but that was better than what I was anticipating before going there. And then it's like funny because like for us, like even it being our first time, like it would have changed nothing. But when we get on the ice, it's like our instincts of like just going and messing around comes to the surface. We were doing 2-on-2 games.
How many line rushes did we do?
Line rushes.
3-on-0 line rush. Just the weave drill back and forth and back and forth.
Never gets old either.
No.
And I'd never even seen those mini nets before either.
Those are cool.
Never seen them. And they had mini boards. It was just like a really nice size skating rink.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Would
just
you
like
say
a
it's mini?
classic ODR
It's
rink.
mini. It's a
Yeah.
good pond. Like it's literally would be a perfect pond rink, good size. And
How hard did we go in that little 2-on-2 scrimmage before
Hard.
the PWHL game?
Hard.
yeah, you had a hot stick.
It was good exercise.
I was leaking. I was so sweaty after that.
Yeah, that was fun because we got to ref these guys, and we decided to do a little mini game. What did the winner get?
The cup or something.
They
Oh,
won the
Pond.
Park Cup.
Oh yeah,
Pond
the
Cup
the
or
Park Cup.
Yeah.
Park Cup.
Park Cup. Yeah,
somehow
we're still
somehow
waiting.
Yelly is just so he's such a good player when it comes to little things like that he's like McDavid out there when
And he was 99% shooting percentage. He was
Yeah.
hitting every
oh
little
yeah,
hole.
he hit
Yeah.
every shot. How
Sniper.
yeah, your skills on the ODR are just unmatchable.
See, I wish I would have had these skills like when I was at Superior or even before that, because like for whatever reason I have like this little switch in these like ODR, ball hockey, roller hockey. It's just like something takes over in me and I just like feel like I'm invincible out there. I don't know what it is. Literally don't.
He's him.
Yeah, so if I would have channeled that back in college or even growing up.
Maybe because this is fun.
Yeah, I
Maybe
think
you're
that's
having
probably
fun.
what it is. Yeah, I think
There's no pressure.
no pressure, nothing. But
Yeah, you look
scored
good
a
out
few
there, kid. You
goals.
still got it. Way to go.
Yeah,
It's the
thank you
jeans.
guys. Oh, yeah,
You
it's
did
the
have jeans on, too.
Oh
To the
Who
sin.
said it? Whoever wears jeans on the pond is either the best player or the
Yeah.
absolute worst.
There's no
He
in
was
between.
best.
There's no in between, and you were the best player out there.
Hey, thanks, guys.
Yeah, way to
Thanks,
go.
guys.
Good work.
Appreciate it.
See ya. The rematch this week.
Yes, sir. And then we got New Jerseys though that night. Add another Oh, we didn't get to keep them. Never mind. Dang,
Ooh, no. We had to give
We
it back.
borrowed them.
borrowed them, loaned them for the game,
Which game?
the PWHL game.
Made our
Mhm.
debut.
There we go. Yes. Big
Professional
deal.
Women's Hockey League.
Finally, we got it done.
I'm glad we got to go to one that early.
Yeah.
That was the first day, and I think it timed out well because everyone was, well, their home opener, right, at UWS or at UBS.
We're tired today. We're tired.
UWS, that's their college school. Yeah, UBS home opener for the New York.
Yeah,
the
they're
New York
playing.
team.
They have 2 home rinks.
And honestly, I did not know what to expect at all. Saw some really cool highlights about the sellouts in Minnesota, the games up in Canada. So I was pumped just to get to attend the first one, and I thought that it was cool because it's probably going to be something that's, I don't know, in the history books there for for a league and a new team to play the first time.
Mhm.
Felt good to being able to watch them. I know in warm-ups, just seeing them come out for warm-ups, they're pumped and they're flying, ripping around there. I knew the feeling. It kind of feels like you're I don't know, when you're a freshman out there for your first college game and you are really excited.
Yeah.
That kind of a vibe.
Yeah, the whole everyone there was just really enthusiastic, like walking around, and crowd was cheering, getting pumped up for a lot of stuff. And I know a lot of people mentioned in comments and messages they wanted us to get involved, so definitely a cool spot to make our first appearance at the new league that's hopefully going to stick around for a long, long time.
Billie Jean King was there too. We're in the same building as her.
Mm-hmm.
Which is kind of cool. The legend herself.
Didn't know who that was until that day.
You know, it's crazy. You didn't even know
She's
Nick's.
a powerful lady in the
We
women's
might have to
sports.
call Austin out for this.
But
He didn't know who Billie Jean King was or Nick Saban.
yeah, okay, true. the Nick Saban one, Nick Saban, like, I'll let it slide with the Billie Jean, but Nick Saban, you got to be living like Patrick Star under a rock to not know that name.
Yeah, I didn't know what sport you guys were talking about.
Do you know now?
Yeah, I know now.
What was I
For sure, Alabama football, but
There you go.
I just don't care. I don't watch it. I don't
There you
watch
go.
college football.
That's fair.
And actually, knowing what the coaches' names are would be the last thing that I would think about keeping in my head for information. But I guess in football it's important. So those are two things I did learn on the weekend, 100%. But you should even go into just like the other owner of that league and why, like, just a little, like, because I learned a lot about the PWHL just from going to that game, and then we also did a little bit of a quiz with the people there, so we kind of brushed up on some facts so that we could just do a little bit of an interview and give away some clothing, make it fun. We did some content there, but
Yeah, the league. Billie Jean King is obviously, for majority of sports fans, just a legendary tennis player. She was kicking butt back in the day, and then her and Mark Walter, who's the owner of the Los Angeles Dodgers, probably owns a bunch of different things. I think he owns a few franchises, but he backed this league, and they teamed up, and he bought out all the other teams that were playing. I don't even know what was really beforehand. There was like 2 leagues going on. It was kind of a mess. He bought it all out, so this is how we're doing it. And the PWHL was born.
Yeah.
So this $6 billion man
$6 billion.
decided to start something really cool.
It's pretty cool because, like, it was, well, we had someone came up and interviewed us, like, I don't know, if second period intermission, came up and asked us a question, like, what does the PWHL starting, like what does that mean to, like, us, and, like, why is it important? And I was just saying, like, thinking and saying, looking back at that question the lady asked us, it's like, I got 2 sisters that play, like, sports at relatively high level, and a lot of the time, like, there's not much opportunity for them to go beyond, like, college. So it's cool to see that they're growing and offering more of a, just like a league outside of that college, because, like, guys, you have a lot more opportunities to continue playing when you're done with school.
Yeah. We're going to be in the dock,
Yeah.
hopefully. Hopefully they don't cut us out. I think our interview was pretty good.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
thought so too. But I don't know. I thought it was interesting that none of the teams have, like, official names yet in the league. There's 6 teams, and none of them have names beyond just, like, the city that they play out of. So it was like New York against Montreal, the game we saw.
And were you saying that they are doing that way? Was it actually because they're just testing things out, or
think
wanting
some
to
of the-
launch it quicker, so they just did it that way, and then they're going to develop these
Yeah.
team
Well,
names?
They
yeah.
didn't want to rush the names because they want every team to, like, find their identity.
Okay.
Yeah, and like with arenas and stuff like that, like if they're going to start putting stuff actually in the rinks,
Yeah,
and
that
they
makes
have to be
sense.
some more solidified. But that didn't stop a funny, passionate fan offering us a few bucks for our rental jerseys we
Seriously.
had. this fan, like, apparently that these jerseys have been sold out for weeks, and everyone was asking us where we got our jerseys, but we were just lent them for the game, and this one lady offered us $500 for a jersey.
That's crazy.
Wanted to take it.
I would
but they
sell
weren't
basically any jersey for any sport, any
Yes.
team for $500
Yeah.
easily.
You should buy a bunch of jerseys right when it comes back in stock and be the reseller like
Yeah.
you are. Make a quick buck.
Yeah, that would have been pretty nice, but
That wasn't the.
Can't sell what's not ours, I guess.
Yeah, true.
Another funny thing that happened before the
Whoa,
game even
hello.
started.
Oh, hey.
Hey, bud.
All right, my
here.
turn to talk. All right, yeah. So we were sitting in our jerseys, and I guess I don't know, we made a pretty good background, so we got asked to go down by the lady who was singing the national anthems and support her and be on the jumbotron as she was singing.
I thought the funniest part of that whole situation or the whole thing about that was it wasn't because of us being the hockey guys. It was completely random that we got chosen to go stand next to the anthem
It's just
lady.
people with jerseys.
Yeah, we were the one of the few people with jerseys on. But
Should have sold the jersey.
Yeah, that's my worst. It's not my worst, but a nightmare of mine, just to have to take my hat off when I know I've been wearing a hat all day and I'm standing right in front of this lady. Of course, you guys get placed around her,
I don't even think I was on
and
camera.
I get placed right in front of the lady singing the national anthem with my hat off, slicked back hair,
Oh, it wasn't slick.
bald spots
It was
creeping
hilarious.
in,
It was everywhere.
pointing up, pointing sideways, and then I'm thinking, okay, there's a chance that this camera, could just go over my shoulder because she's at a level higher than me, and then all of a sudden the lights just, boom, they fly on, and they're just hit me in the face, and then I don't look up immediately at the jumbotron, but I'm just staring, trying to act
I
normal,
kept looking
and
at
I
him.
just know that I'm on. I just feel like I'm on camera the whole entire time for the Canadian and the American anthem. So it was kind of awkward because I was standing there just trying to not, you don't know what to do with yourself when you're on camera. When you know that everybody can see you, you're like, everything you think of where your eyes are, when to blink and stuff, it's odd.
It's funny because you don't really know where to look either.
You don't know where to look.
There's a flag up there that everyone's facing, but the singer is facing forward.
Mhm.
So it's do you look forward at the ice the same direction she's singing at, or do you turn your head and look up at the
Well,
rafters?
the last thing you want to do is make eye contact with yourself on the screen.
Oh, that's the worst.
I kept- I kept looking at the screen because when the camera angle would switch sometimes, it would be just across my chin. You could only see my chin, and then I would just step back. So I'd always be looking up there to see how much my face
I was
was
at
in
an
it.
angle in the camera where I was in it at some points, but I was not the main person, so I was kind of a sidekick there. And the funniest thing that I noticed was right when the lady started singing the Canadian anthem, I was looking up at the jumbotron the whole time. I didn't look anywhere else but there. I see Cuddy slowly move his hand over his heart. It was slow motion, and I was just trying not to laugh. I was biting my tongue for that part of it.
Yeah, the something else that was throwing me off that I kept thinking about the singer. There was this guy behind her who was singing too.
Yeah,
and he just kept who is that? I thought Lawson was singing at one point and then Cuddy, but I couldn't see anyone. And I just thought to myself there's this random dude singing right behind you, right behind the anthem, the singer. And I thought wouldn't that just throw me off? Just hearing this guy just grumbling right in your ear behind you as you're trying to sing.
Dude, I was getting a little bit nervous because the singer was asking me multiple times if I knew the Canadian anthem and the American anthem, if I was going to help her sing. And I was just oh, please don't move that mic in front of my face at all.
That would be
So
crazy. if
So
she
I
did
was
that.
just she's are you going to sing with
Cuddy
me?
was
Or do
sweating
you know
before.
it? I'm I don't know. I think you better just handle it, but you got this.
You said that to her?
No.
I was gonna say
No,
no
Cuddy
way.
did say something really funny to her after.
What?
Oh, yeah.
That was beautiful.
Yeah.
A tear
It was
going down
awkward.
his eye.
It was like we made eye contact with each other after it was over, and she was like hyped up, and I was like, that was
Yeah.
beautiful.
And
Good
we
job.
weren't just on the Jumbotron. We were on TV for that game.
National TV, hey, Lawson's mug right in
Wherever,
the
as
middle.
far as that league goes on TV, we were on it.
Yeah, I wonder if any of you guys saw me out there listening to this. Maybe you did. Maybe you know exactly what I'm talking about. But
That'd be so funny if we could get that like recording or something.
I'm sure we can dig it up somewhere.
Definitely on YouTube.
That was one of the funnier parts of that game. And what I gotta say is, the PWHL, the talent is really good.
Mm-hmm.
Those girls are like good. And
Yeah, it was fun to watch.
the Canadian, like, who's that? The girl on the Montreal or lady?
Poulin.
Yeah, she's good, really good.
That lady,
That lady.
29. Yeah, she was nasty.
yeah, I think my thoughts was just it was fun to watch that they were getting physical, and that part, I think that was my favorite part, to see that there was like a lot of I don't know, tension, but just
Girls are chippy.
like, yeah, the chippiness. I think the chippiness was really surprised me about it.
Yeah, it's I mean, when we watched our women's college hockey team, like, those girls love chirping each other, hitting when they could. Obviously, there's penalties, and they get down and dirty. And now in this league, there's a lot more leeway, so it's pretty funny to watch.
Ugh. Bad description.
Down and dirty to play hockey.
Getting down and dirty, getting your work boots on.
It does bring up the compete level, which is fun to see.
So the rule in the PWHL is you can hit as long as you're along the boards. That's
Yeah,
like
I think so.
No open ice hits.
yeah, no open ice hits.
No cutting across the blue line. Stepping up.
Toe dragon.
But there definitely were some of those.
Yeah, there was.
It was
Sometimes, I don't know.
It's
looks
just
like,
hockey.
Yeah. Sometimes you run into each other and
Yeah.
it happens.
Just hockey.
So
Just checking. Good games.
So that's the PWHL. 24 games this season. And to end off, the question would be, hockey guys in PWHL in the future, what does that look like now for the rest of the year? Are we going to another game? This is just an honest question because I don't know the answer to it. But what do you think?
I'd
what
like
do
to
you
go to a
think?
game right in our backyard.
Yes, the
I think
Minnesota
Minnesota
games.
Should be one of the teams that makes a run probably at the end. They're
Mhm.
pretty stacked, I believe. So it'll be pretty fun to hop on the home team bandwagon as always and see how it is. But I think we answered this in that documentary question. It was just like they saw how we could be a fit to it or to the league, and I think just going and doing what we did on Wednesday night and having fun, messing around with fans and doing trivia. Same thing we do with NHL games.
Yeah.
So definitely, I 100% will be going again.
Yeah, I was telling Lawson this, and what you just said, Will, made me remember this. Like, there wasn't nearly as many people at the game as, like, an NHL game. However, like, the fans that were there, we had a lot of people come up and talk to us, like, take photos. Like, it was cool to see just, like, fans of us. Like, there was a lot of them at the game. So,
Mhm.
yeah, I agree. Like, I think we should go to the game in our backyard since they had a huge turnout.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of overall just good vibes there. And the story that we threw out had a ton of people loved it on TikTok, little TikTok story. Good comments. People really appreciated the support and stuff. So it just feels good I just want to go back out to, do that more, especially if Minnesota's going to make a run.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know how the playoffs work, but I think that'll be intense when they get to that point.
Yeah, it's the first season, trying to win the
Yes.
first ever. That's cool.
We have to go to those games.
Hope the rest of the season is successful for that league. Should be fun.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Day 2.
day 2, the
Day
Moobinator.
2.
This was the big day. I think Lawson was saying that I don't know how you worded it, but it was one of the days that you needed a lot of preparation for it to kind of flow good because there's a lot going on.
Heck yeah. You always need I need that.
He said something in the hallway.
What?
What was his quote?
We were sitting in the coffee shop in the morning, and I
Failing
like,
to prepare is
Yeah.
preparing to
No,
fail.
he said something else though.
I don't know. That was the one that came to my head that he was saying over and over again. It was like,
Oh, maybe it was.
by failing to prepare, you're preparing to fail.
He kept telling me before I went to bed I need to get up earlier.
Oh, yeah.
earlier. just
Oh
to
yeah,
prepare
I was
mentally.
getting
Are ya?
in Cuddy's head
Yeah,
because Cuddy was like, the night before we're like us three, me, Cuddy, and Yelly in a room. We're just discussing what time we're waking up the next day, and I'm like, I'm setting my alarm for 6.
Oh,
Yelly's like,
6.
yeah, I'm getting up with you, and then Cuddy's like, and I'm like, Cuddy, what time are you getting up? And he's like,
Is he quiet?
7:30, and then I'm like, are you sure? You got a lot to do tomorrow. Like, you sure? Like, what are you planning on doing? He's like, yeah, I'm gonna 7:30. I'm gonna work out, and then I'm gonna prepare the YouTube. And I'm like, you don't have time for that. You have to prepare some other videos too. Like, how are you gonna have time for that? And then he was like, and then I asked him again a few minutes or like 10 minutes later, and he says he's getting up at 8 then.
Yeah, I got up
I'm
at
like,
8.
Cuddy, like,
Yeah.
and then as he's falling asleep, I'm just throwing at him. So, like, you ready for tomorrow? Like, you're going to be prepared?
Oh, I would have been
And-
pissed.
He was just rattling off more and
I
more
would've
stuff
been
right
pissed.
before I was going to bed. And I'm
Cuddy's-
just like, dude, I can't take this anymore. I'm going to sleep.
Cuddy's last words, literally the last words that he said that came out of his mouth was, "All right, I'm stressed now."
That was legitimately my goal, was if I can get a little
his
bit of
head a little
stress
bit.
in him, as soon as he sees us wake up at 6, he's going to, if he gets his lights on, he's not going to be able to go back to bed because it's going to be some stress will be in the back of his head, and he's going to feel like he has to get up.
So you guys legitimately got up at 6?
So
Yeah,
we
they-
got up at 6, got ready, we did snooze our alarm. We got up around 6:15, 6:30, gave one
So did
last
we.
look into the room, and there was old Cuddy still laying in bed at 6:15. I was gonna take a photo of you, but you
were
looked
up.
like you were sleeping.
A little bit.
Oh, did you just pee and go back to bed?
Yeah.
Oh.
But I love that. That morning was really
Yeah.
fun because I liked. Me and Yelly went for a nice walk, went to a coffee shop. I had no time pressure, which I really enjoy because I knew I could just chill and get things done, but didn't have to rush. So I enjoyed that morning
Yeah.
with you, man.
I went.
worth it.
I had a goal. I knew we didn't have much time in New York, so I had a goal to go get a bacon, egg, and cheese bagel. So I went on a little walk in the neighborhood as well. Found a pretty good one. Then I went back to the hotel and hung out.
Mm-hmm.
Went to the gym slightly.
I took a jog around Chinatown.
How
Yeah.
was that?
I walked out and I just see Will just run up to me. Hey. Oh.
I
how
said,
are you?"
"Morning, roommate."
That's hilarious.
It's good. Everyone's just getting ready for their day.
But yeah,
Setting up shop and stuff.
well, just going back to the preparation thing. Like I said earlier, we plan a lot for these. There's more hours into planning than there are into the execution of it, I would say, because, I mean, just logistically, messaging, calling, content planning, that, I don't know, for me, when the day of happens, when we want to go start to finish and try to get as much done as we can, because we only have 2 hours on the ice, and then we only have the game time. And I know that if everyone is really dialed into what they have to do, then it's just gonna be like, you just get more out of it.
I really like the
That's about it.
plan schedule of each guy has a certain things they got to do on their own checklist.
I loved when we sent Moobie the content plan. I sent it beforehand, and I sent it to her on Notion. I sent her a
that was
Notion
funny.
link, and I can't remember what she said, but she was impressed with this whole Notion thing. Didn't know what it was.
She's like,
When
take
she-
a look at this.
When she said
she was
that,
like pumped
when
about
she
it.
said something like that, that's when I knew that she was funny.
Yeah, when she
because she was making fun of Notion like we kind of used to. Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, Lawson.
What was that restaurant called?
The Butcher's Daughter.
Daughter.
That was a
Shout
good
out to
spot.
the Butcher's Daughter.
Good breakfast
Surfer's,
burrito.
Surfer's burrito.
One of the best burritos I've ever
Yeah.
had, I think.
Yeah, it's funny.
I'd
When
like to replicate that every morning.
Yeah.
you can. Just got to get the tortilla, like I was telling you.
I can't perfect the tortilla.
You
like
got to
that.
find the right tortilla.
I'm gonna have to
Yeah,
call
it's
the
like thin and
Butcher's
crispy.
Daughter.
Mm-hmm.
Flaky, buttery, flaky crust.
Yeah.
Little avocado.
So Lawson would send Maddie, Moobie, some TikTok ideas. Outside of the Notion link that he sent her, he sent like a handful of like videos, and he would send it, and then like an hour later, like she still hadn't responded, and lots would be like, "Oh gosh, she doesn't like the idea. She's not responding."
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She loved it. Whatever you sent her.
How many
she loved
videos?
everything.
How many videos did we get done?
27.
100.
100 videos.
Set a record. Set a THG record.
Well, between personal, group, across like all the platforms, and then her account, like probably, I don't know, over 50 videos. You think?
I'm gonna take notes from her.
I don't know. I did like 3.
I'm gonna take notes from her. Start filming videos on TikTok. See how it goes.
I think it's crazy, like how different like Jackson too and Moobie now, like how different they like create their content on TikTok
She
compared to
just
like what we do.
post.
Uh-huh.
It's crazy.
If I got in that habit, that'd be good. That's another resolution maybe
It's
for me.
efficient.
You just like it's like basically word vomiting with your ideas. You're just like
You just
whatever
do
comes
it.
to your head, you're just gonna do it,
Yeah.
and it works out.
Word vomit.
Word vomit.
So after we got her onto the ice, took her through the hockey school, she did pretty well. Took her a little bit to get used
2
to
laps.
it.
Took 2
What'd she
laps.
say? She hadn't skated in 10 years or something?
Yeah, roughly, or maybe it was since she was 10. So yeah, like
Yeah.
10 years.
Yeah, so what do you guys think? Who would you pick first overall? You got Jackson or you got Moobie? Who you draft into your team?
That's hard because we had a little more time with Moobie, so she was able to get used to the ice. Jackson was really quick, but just basing off of if I'm looking at raw talent for a line mate or a teammate, I'll have to go with Moobie.
Yeah. She's talented out there.
Well, I gotta say, because we did the shooting thing, and she was calling her shots on the shooting game.
That's probably the lacrosse helping out.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, movie's good. She'll be she sticks with it. She could definitely be a beer leaguer one day.
Beer leaguer.
Jackson, I don't think could be a beer leaguer.
Not quite yet.
Mm-mm.
That impressed me, though, when we did Frizz was teaching her how to pass, and she, first of all, cradled the one pass perfectly.
Mhm.
First time she received the pass, it was perfect. And then she passed it, and she could even get some heat on there, too.
Yeah, while I was moving, I was cutting across the ice, hit me right on the tape. She was getting the hang of it. So that's always, when you see when the teacher starts seeing the progression of their student, it's always a good sign.
Their
She learned quick.
Pupil.
The master to their
When the student becomes the master, can't remember the rest
Apprentice.
of the saying goes, but
she
Yeah.
killed it. It was good.
You're really bad at coming up with like things that you have heard at some point in your life, but you just don't remember. Your
Don't
book,
remember, you got bits and pieces, but you don't.
Yeah.
You can't just connect them
quotes.
all together.
Last week
Yeah.
you had a quote that you like. There's a great quote, but you just didn't know.
went
what
I
quote.
went
And then
and
on the
found
car
it.
on the way home, he sent it to the group
Yeah.
chat.
when it was just not relevant
Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah, maybe you should get a little notebook. But
yeah.
should.
Cuddy, who would you pick on your team?
Oh, my team's gonna be a tough, strong team. So pure size and strength, fighting skills. So I'm gonna go with Jackson.
That's a good pick. You guys will be the fourth line grinders.
Be the grinders, get pucks deep.
Pucks
Thanks,
in
I
the
feel like
bodies.
the thing is, though, with Jackson, I feel like he has the work ethic and the dedication to get his craft. So you're not drafting him as he comes into the league right away and he's going to make
drafting
it.
to develop
He's
him.
going to
He
make
can
a
develop.
hot start. You're looking 2-3 years down the line. That's when he's going to be at his peak.
Yeah.
Well said.
Plus, he's got that motion already, like hitting a baseball. So his slap shot could be
Top notch.
top notch.
But we also did something else special, too. We got to hand her first No Bad sweater and her first NHL jersey, and she was over the moon about that Islanders jersey, that's for sure. So that was really cool to see.
In quotations, she said that I am never taking this thing off. So hopefully she's
got it on
isn't
right now,
wearing it
probably.
today still, but yeah,
She
liked the
was
jersey,
still
to say
wearing
the
it when
least.
she was heading out to the train last night. So
Yeah. She must liked it.
Yeah, we went over the top with it. We had Moobie on the back, a name bar, and then we went a deep dive to her lacrosse number. So we had number 3 chosen to be put on it. So it's fine details. I mean, the most.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
But
Well
yeah,
said.
she said that she'll never take it off.
She loves that dang jersey.
Frizz, what
And
did
the
you
hoodie.
what did you think of the Trache thing when we were hanging out with him?
Oh.
We sent we had to go to like the Isles lab, and there's a ex New York Islander legend there. So Frizz got sent over to network with him for some content, and I wasn't really sure how it was gonna go.
It was a nice surprise.
And then he's got 4 rings on his hands.
Yeah.
Frizz was he did well, I would say.
He did really well.
I mean, sometimes you just don't know with these older guys. Like, they're just kind of like, we've met some older
Remember
pro
we met
guys
Ray
before.
Bork, and
Yeah.
he's just like, hey,
Yeah.
boys,
Some of them are like
so where do you
really
play?
like, tough and kind of blunt. But no, he was really nice. I didn't even know he's a prairie boy from Saskatchewan. So connected over there real quick on that sense. And yeah, he had
Just like
he had a
this.
lot of rings on his
Yeah.
fingers.
You know what,
Played in the league for 18 years and then coached.
That's crazy. It's a long time. He went first. His name was in that conversation. What was your name that he kept calling you?
Well, I had his number, so that's what sent him very, very happy right off the start.
He called you Winnipeg. That was
Oh,
your
yeah.
name.
Winnipeg.
Farewell, Winnipeg.
Oh, yeah.
Shook my hand real hard too.
Crushed his rings against your knuckles.
Yeah.
It's an old man handshake.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. He was great. And that's just another thing too about that park. They like to bring Isles alumni around.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice to see an old guy still willing to be nice to fans. I'm sure he has so many annoying people coming to bother him, but good for him. Good for Brian.
Yeah, they sure had those mascots around there because after we were having,
Oh.
we had a little dunk tank session, and then we got bombarded by the Islanders mascots.
Star Wars
And
night.
there was Star Wars night, but there's there's like a bunch of Star Wars characters walking around this park, and we were doing a little lap around, playing some games and stuff. First I found out that you got to sign a waiver to go into a foam dunk tank. So that was new. And then once we got in there, we were Will was trying to get Yelly to fall into the foam pit, and then he was getting.
I had to move
Well,
close.
you could have. It turned into this
I
football
was very overwhelmed.
team thing. You're the quarterback. All of a sudden, you had mascots running
Had
plays
mascots
with
on my
you.
O-line,
doing play action.
Yeah, like,
calling plays out. Ellie's up there.
were they talking to you?
No, they're true mascots.
Because I thought they were telling you to like hit it, or I thought they were gonna do the cheap way where they just get you
Just
to
so
hit
annoying
it.
sometimes when you're trying to make a video with a mascot and they don't just tell you. Just freaking talk to me. It's okay. I'm not gonna give your secret away.
Well, they had their big heads flying around in
couldn't
my
see
camera
anything,
angle.
and
I couldn't get an
They're
angle
just like
out
this.
of.
They're just like this, and then I do something like, no, not that, but this.
Yeah.
Still got to figure out what that bearded guy's name is. Does anyone know?
I'll
Oh,
look it
no
up.
idea what that bearded guy's name is.
Yeah, they were hanging around.
Yeah, they have two
Lots of Star Wars
mascots.
characters, as Lawson said, were running around, and
Sparky.
Cuddy was sure happy.
Yeah, that was cool. I got a picture with the stormtroopers. Pretty funny. Darth Vader. We saw Darth Vader and Princess
Yeah.
Leia.
Yeah, that was fun.
In the funniest
In the-
spot
yeah.
too. Down by the Zamboni, we were all
Ice
getting ready
level.
to go on the ice or go on the Zamboni. All of a sudden, Darth Vader walks behind us
Yeah.
in his cloak.
I think his name is Niles.
Niles, I think that's right. I feel like I've heard of that.
Niles the Isle.
In passing, I've heard that name.
Niles. It's spelled Nyisles. Niles.
Yeah, we all,
Nylander.
yeah. What was that? what was up with that saying?
I wasn't part of that combo, so I think Lawson will have to put the framework on that.
It was
That-
me.
Will
We
got
were
a piece of that.
It was just ridiculous. The best line of Moobie's day. We were watching the game. And, you know, everyone knows William Nylander, right?
Yeah.
He's out there. He's nasty. He's really good. He, took the puck from someone on the aisles or something, and Moobie's like, no way. That guy's name is New York Lander. I was like, what did you just say?
NY Lander.
So
I
I,
mean,
think
gotta
that was
give her
the
the
quote. I'm excited to see
New
it.
York
Real, but
Lander.
Benefit of the doubt. I guess it kind of makes sense.
It did make sense when she just saw something that no one else saw.
Yeah, but also a ridiculous statement for a last name, NY Lander.
God.
That's what I love about bringing people that haven't been to games before is they have such good perspectives on things that are so normal to us that we don't realize when a new set of eyes gets looked at, how it makes sense a lot of the time. Like even Jackson pointing out the refs in the stands of thinking that they were backup refs just watching the game from the glass and all of that
What'd
stuff.
she call was it the crease? She said the no-go zone.
Yeah, the no-go zone.
Yeah, that's a funny video. I did try to explain to her what the grandfather rule was with the no visor thing.
Oh,
That was tough.
Grandfather
I was like, you got to be grandfathered in, and then
Yeah, she's probably like, what the heck does
Yeah.
grandfathered in mean?
I probably didn't do a good job of explaining it either.
Would she ask you why some guys like Matt Martin, how he doesn't have a visor?
I said it's very rare nowadays, and like your dad had to play in the NHL before you or something like that. I don't really know. I don't really know the rule.
You had to have the visor off before the rule came into
my
effect.
God.
That is not what grandfathered means.
Your dad had to
In
play.
technical terms, grandfathered in. I guess it makes sense.
Your dad had to play in the league.
That's what I told her.
what? That'd be such a rare, like, specific rule.
Yeah.
If your father played, then you have been granted.
You could wear
The
a access.
Kachucks can wear it.
That means like a lot of young guys could do that then. Hughes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is funny.
Do you know what it means now?
Well, now I get it. Yeah.
That is so good. Moobie's probably gonna go
Oh,
tell,
she probably
tell her
believed that.
parents.
She probably bought that.
Oh yeah,
for
that's
sure.
something we could definitely do too. Is just say the craziest things to people, and they'll have no idea.
That is kind of fun. We can like, well, we were even saying
Control the
when,
narrative about
If
hockey.
you score from the blue line, it's 3 goals.
well, when you got lost on the Zamboni, then we were on the Zamboni for a little bit when we were waiting in there, and we had her convinced that Cuddy was certified Zamboni driver and that he was going to be driving
They
us.
totally bought that.
That he was going to be driving us around the ice for that period or for that intermission, and
She
we're
thought it
just-
the whole time until the driver actually came in.
yeah.
She
Yeah,
never
it's
let
just
it
They're
out.
fun.
just like,
Is
wait,
it-
you're not driving?
It's so
Heck
easy
no.
to mess with people that we just meet because
Yeah.
we can pick up on each other's jokes quicker and gang up on them and just confuse the hell out
going.
of them.
Or like even when we were talking about how like you're singing the anthem and stuff like that,
Yeah,
just like subtle, harmless pranks, just subtly just get in their head
Just
a little
keeps
bit.
them on their toes.
Keep them on their toes. Yeah, I think that's the theme with us when we're taking these guests now is that there's always going to be surprises, and we're always going to be keeping you on your toes in some way. You never know what's going to happen. Never know when we're going to do something new, throw something under your seat and surprise you, prank you, whatever it is.
Yeah, I gotta say the note under the seat's a pretty cool add-on.
That's a fun thing.
Yeah, what'd you write on this time?
I wrote, what did I write? I wrote
Nothing about Zamboni.
On the
Yeah,
plane.
nothing.
No,
Yeah.
that wasn't the point. It was that you're going to become ready to become a hockey guy
You said
movie.
something. Yeah.
Ready to officially become a hockey guy movie. Because I should have said, I guess for the video's sake, about Zamboni, because she asked, like, what does that mean? But that's all we
It's like,
needed
what's
because
initiation?
that's what it means to become a hockey guy.
That's all it takes.
Peter's gonna die.
Did you? What did you say to her when you got her to check? What line did you use?
The line you told me to use. Hey, I think you dropped something under your seat.
Classic.
Probably like, what's wrong with you?
Yeah. Yeah. What a weird thing to say. It worked though.
She was very excited.
Yeah. That
Made some days yesterday.
yeah. It's cool that like what we did with Jackson with the note under the seat was different than what we did with Moobie. Like it would have been if it was the same thing, it would have been just like, oh, we already did that.
Mhm.
But it's cool that it was a different initiation to be a hockey guy.
Yeah. I
Or
like the
become a hockey
Zamboni
guy.
initiation. It's easy.
'Cause everyone
It's
can be
usually
there,
easy
too.
to get when you're working with a team. Like most teams have it, and you're just like, "Hey, can we do this?" I'm like, yeah.
What was it? What were we in? What was that thing called? The Lighthouse?
The little
Yeah, whatever.
Lighthouse limo, yeah.
Yeah.
Lighthouse limo.
That was a quick lap though. That one seemed
That was
quicker
a quick
than any other
lap.
one.
Yeah, it was real quick.
Got my Zamboni vid done.
Same. I think everyone had his
Please.
phone out in their face the whole time.
I know that was making me cringe a little bit just because I was looking. Frizz had phone up like everyone in that Zamboni, and then that's why I tried to have it here.
Lawson
I was
actually has computer and headphones
I was
on.
looking, and I was actually waving to everybody out there, and I was filming at the same time, but I was trying to make sure that at least one of us picked our heads up and was checking out the crowd. I just can think of it in my head.
Just a sad world.
What these people in the stands are seeing when every single one of us would be trying to make something like selfie like this. I got a frizz going like that.
Well, do you remember it in Tampa when we I don't know, it was caught on video somewhere. We have the video of us, like every
We're
one of
all
us
on
had
our
our phones like this, like everyone in the Zamboni.
It's embarrassing.
It's not a good look.
Mm-mm. You know, it wasn't a good look. Not for our sake. Those dang people who stole our seats every time we left our ticketed seats.
Yeah, that was annoying. Crazy too.
Because
I did
left
it the
so
first
much
time, and then after that, I was like,
It was the same people that
Come
took
on.
the seats.
Yeah.
Yeah, they should have known. But we were in our seats very minimal for that game.
man, just vultures.
Yeah, vultures. At one point we came down and I looked at the dad. He was counting how many people of our crew were coming down to see if he was still enough to be sitting
and they
there.
moved 3 seats back. Like they didn't even move far away. Like
No.
you didn't even need to go to those seats. It didn't change anything.
That guy on the end of our row in the Giants jacket was like, I told them you guys would be back.
Great.
He was kind of angry all game about people.
Yeah. Well, he had to stand up 50 times.
He was fine. He was down in the MX lounge in between periods.
Oh,
underneath.
there you go.
He was a roller.
Yeah.
Yeah, something else we did that was fun that we haven't really done before was the "Come Find Me" thing on the Insta story with No Bad.
Yeah, I did want to talk about the second intermission. Us three spent a lot of time talking to THG fans.
Mm-hmm.
It was fun. It was like the old days, the concourse, running into people.
Yeah. Next time we do that, I got to take the stuff because Frizz buzzed off for that whole "Come Find Me" part, and I was left empty-handed with my trinkets.
We were found. though.
Gifts.
Found me.
Yeah,
But not in the section where we're supposed to come find you.
But that's the thing, though. We could be anywhere. We could make it our own
Just a
thing.
custom game wherever Frizz
Yeah, I
is.
guess.
Find Frizz.
But you took a photo in the section, and the people that came there were like, they were trying to study the photo because that's where they knew where to go.
Dude, yeah, the
So-
family that came so we were the period ended and Lawson's like, I don't think anyone's gonna find us, and all of a sudden there was 2 or 3 DMs saying the security guard won't let us down, basically because they knew we were in that section but they couldn't come down. We went up there and the lady was just like, yeah, we were studying the flags and the positioning of where everything was in the background. That's how they found the
cool.
section.
Yeah, we gave away some No Bad bracelets, so we'll have to keep doing that. We'll perfect it. We'll get all our rules down and get it more efficient for you guys, too, to find us.
Yeah, we'll have to do it again soon.
We're going to make it our hard scavenger hunt.
Maybe we leave one somewhere.
It's going to be like Amazing Race.
Yeah. Well, yeah, the scavenger hunt, little Amazing Race thing.
We should definitely leave a few around Minneapolis.
Yeah.
Maybe not this week when it's 0 degrees, but
Yeah, no one's going to go and look at
Snowstorm.
we don't want people to go outside right now.
We can leave. Oh, I got a great idea. We leave them at rinks that we go to, ODRs.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Mm-hmm.
We leave one.
And a giant picture of TSG.
Come find me.
It's
just
like
on the-
cardboard cutouts.
It's on the crossbar of the ODR.
Perfect. Yeah, that's a great idea.
There we go. That's her thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'll do it. So, who do you think we should take next?
Everyone will go around and
Does anyone have an idea?
Haven't thought about it yet.
I go.
Well-
An attainable goal. I have not thought about an attainable person yet.
Well, I know the Pointers said they're down. We just have to figure out
Yeah,
if
they-
it's going there, coming here.
Yeah.
But we do know our Minnesota Wild Connect. Well, that Wild sure are getting jealous of the people we're going to the games with. They want some of the action. So we'll see. Maybe we'll bring someone to the home state.
Mm-hmm. And I enjoyed it. I enjoyed this one just as much. I think that's a good thing that it wasn't like Jackson was a fluke in the way where this was amazing, like, but it's only like a one at a time thing. I think that with her too, I enjoyed it just as much with, and I think it's just not about, who it is all the time. Well, it is about who it is, but it's just the theme of the giving or like the seeing someone get all these fun things for them throughout the day, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So I think it will like continue to be fun. I don't know until it doesn't, which I don't know if it could, but
No, it was a blast. And like you said, it hurt today how tired we all were because yesterday was so
it's go.
fun. We didn't stop. The only time we sat down was just to eat.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't like it was relaxing, but it was so fun. And wish we could relive it.
Yeah, I wish we could.
Excited for the next one. I don't have an answer for you though.
Yeah, I think
Pointers.
I'm trying to think.
Pointers are gonna.
Pointers would be
they're
really
gonna be
fun.
whether it's next or not next. They'll be one of them. So
I found it someone that's been blowing up lately, who's married to an NFL player, and it's not Allison Cooch, it's not Isaac. Her name is Tiana
Rubillard.
Her videos are sweet,
Yeah,
and she like has blown up in the past year.
her husband's really funny too.
Yeah, she'd be kind of cool to go to a game
Mm-hmm.
or take to a game.
The one where she's like, she gets like likes to drink during the games, and then she'll go down and he'll know right away that she's like tipsy.
Oh, really?
He's a big lineman for the
Uh-huh.
Bengals. Yeah, those two are funny.
She's good
He has
at
a
messing
TikTok
with
too.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh.
He plays his role then if he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, he does.
That's funny.
That's good. Good choice. Dads drink mimosas.
New hat, first time wearing it.
Looks good on you guys.
His matches his crew neck that he got.
Yeah,
Pretty
literally
spot on.
perfectly.
You look like a brand new person from when we were at the airport to right now. You're clean. You're looking matching.
Yeah, it's because I'm not in pain anymore. I was just not feeling. I was so tired. I actually had a dream on the plane. I wish someone was.
That's
sitting,
awesome.
I wish Yelly was awake, because I had a dream on the plane, and that just tells you you're tired. Because if you can hit that cycle of sleep where you're dreaming, like you're out, and someone was attacking me in that dream. Like I was on one side of the door, this person was on the other side of the door. Hands were coming through, face in my face. Guy was like attacking me, and I'm, in the dream state of trying to like yell and scream. So I feel like I was going crazy in my airplane chair.
Imagine.
I feel like I
That's crazy.
was doing something crazy on the airplane,
Maybe.
but everyone around me was asleep,
We
so
were
no
all
one
out.
saw it.
We were all out.
Yeah. So I don't know if that was the case or not. Looks like we got a package.
Sounds like we do.
Okay.
Want to say hi, Cud?
Cuddy's going to go sign off on some packages.
Should we sign out?
Well, I will say, folks, have some news. This is my farewell episode
We fired
of
up.
the podcast. I'm no longer employed.
We fired him.
Because he keeps ordering all these
You're
boxes that come in.
fired.
So, Frizz, it's been a heck of a run.
Give it a second.
So we just got a ton more boxes.
It's been a heck.
Look
They
at
look
that
pretty
one.
damaged. Yeah. It's been a
Yeah.
heck of a run, Frizz. Appreciate
Who was that
you.
from? Was that a driver?
It kind of looked like.
Or was it the guy downstairs?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know who
I got a
drives the
text.
truck.
Who just brought those boxes in?
The FedEx guy.
Oh.
That's what I asked.
You asked the guy that drives
I
or
asked-
delivers.
It's the same thing.
Anyways, we have packages downstairs we need to grab, so remind me.
Oh.
Wendy texted
I
me.
can do that tonight. Or now, after this. But
All right,
yeah, Frizz.
Well, look, Frizz, do we have anything else, gentlemen?
Why don't you
We're gonna
sign
let
us
him
off?
have a send off.
Here, we can give it to you by yourself. We'll all get out of the room and you can talk to the
I
camera.
know who I want to
Thank you, everyone. We'll let
take
Frizz say
me
goodbye.
home. Goodbye, brother.
Appreciate you all. I'll be back sometime soon. Have to go back up north for a little bit. Till Toronto, you'll see me. You'll see my face again. I know you're gonna miss me, but I have to take care of some things at home. My visa's run out. I don't want to go back to school, and I don't want to get married right away. So, I have to go through some other options on how to keep working here in the U.S. So,
Yeah, make sure you know It's just a visa issue. Nothing like not an emergency.
Yeah, not an emergency.
Making it sound like
didn't get
yeah.
fired. Didn't get fired. I'll still be around. So just want to let you guys know.
Anything else?
No, I think that's it.
On the bright side, I think we got so many videos from this past week that your face is going to be connected through socials continually till Toronto.
Perfect.
Minus maybe the gap on Hockey Day, but
Yeah.
for the most part,
Nice.
no one will notice.
You can just sit in your little dark hole basement, and people will really think that you're still here.
Hopefully you got some videos banked up.
Yeah.
In the
What are you
drafts.
gonna have a cooking video every day while you're home?
We'll see. See what happens.
Yeah,
Got to make it there first.
gonna have to give
Gotta
you
make it
some.
home.
Maybe they don't let you back, and then the borders are battling just 'cause
Yeah.
they both want to keep you.
January 14th. It's my. It's when I'm getting. What's it called? Extradited. What's the word?
I don't know.
Deported.
So if you're not recording, not
You're
in
getting
videos,
indicted?
If you're not on the podcast and not in videos, what are you going to be helping us out with? How can you bring
Strictly.
how can you bring to the table value?
I'll still be monitoring the DMs, chatting with you guys, but strictly no bad stuff. Got to get my tech skills going on that, and keep planning for some drops. Keep you guys on your toes for what's next to come.
And how are you gonna make sure that you're hitting all your goals while you're gone?
First things first, bring my computer charger with me home.
That's it.
That's a great start.
Yeah.
That's your plan. Is bring your computer charger home, and the rest will take care of itself, right? That's how it always happens.
Yeah, I'll set
It's
up
crazy.
shop.
Start somewhere.
Computer charger.
It's crazy. When I leave my clothes on the floor, I wake up and they're gone. It's magic.
Thank you, everyone.
Goodbye, Frez.
Take care.